You guys have not played with each other before, at least as far as I know.
Nope.
I would like you all to make introductions of your characters to one another. We're going to start off... let's start off from right to left. Elias, you're first.
Sorry, mic turned off. Apologies. So you see this wood elf who looks like he's wearing some very revealing type of leathers. And the armor kind of gives off a shimmering glow. But as part of the his adornment, you also noticed a holy symbol on his shield, as well as the holy symbol emblem that he has of Lathander. He is has long, flowing blonde hair. He has brown eyes, and he has sun-kissed skin. And one of the first things that he does when he sees anyone is ask them if they've seen his brother. You may not recognize him because he looks somewhat human, and he tends to wear robes. He said, "I'm looking for my brother Kel. I followed him into this place called Barovia, and apparently he found his way out, so have I, and I'm still continuing to try to find him. Father is worried sick." He said, "I go by the name of Elias. I am a follower of Lathander."
Yay, Lathander.
I guess after you, we're going to go with Flanor.
So I'm playing Flanor Drellin. I'm a human and dressed fairly roguishly with black leather armor and gray cloak. You can see on the back of the cloak, it looks like there was an emblem of an axe that was removed. That was from his time in the City Watch, but he's since removed the patch. And yeah, that's about it.
That would bring us to me, Ithakes. I am the deadliest man in the world with a crossbow. I also have a glowing bow that seems to glow whenever I'm around humans, or I should say other humans. And frankly, I do a lot of pain from a distance.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Ernesto. I am playing Sard. He is a half-elf variant drow, paladin warlock. He was a soldier in Waterdeep at one point, until he was taken prisoner by drow and spent some time in the Abyss. After he managed to escape there, he had some more adventures in the plane of dread. He eventually made it out of there alive as well. As for his patron, it's the Fiend. However, he doesn't really understand where his powers come from. It's a long background, so I won't get into that. But needless to say, he's just not really aware where that comes from. It's just something he's looking to figure out somewhere along the way.
Gracious dawn, all. I am Father Ignatius Papadopoulos. You can call me Iggy. You can call me Iggy Pop. Technically, you can call me Pop Iggy Pop if you want. I was given to the church when I was only a few hours old, and I grew up in the church. But I found that something was missing. Mostly, it was money. Vow poverty is fine for other people, but it really doesn't get me what I need. So I left my role in the church, went independent, now travel the countryside doing spellcasting services for those in need for the meager donation of coin to the church's most humble servant. And I am here to heal you. I am also a great purveyor of wines. I give you good berries, you give me good berries back at the end of the day. What is left, I turn them into a berry wine, which is fantastic. You should try it.
I think that brings us to Iago. Iago is actually a fairly bookish fighter. Was a high elf who's usually accompanied by a small owl he calls Odin. Iago carries the wall of teeth, so his shield is actually covered in human teeth. And he does wield Dawnbringer, so he's constantly lighting things up wherever he's walking. Apart from that, though, he's actually a very quiet but fairly friendly guy who doesn't really say much because he doesn't have much for social skills.
Ew.
Ew.
At the teeth thing.
Yeah, it's a little gross. And, you know, the shield keeps trying to inspire me to do bad things, but Dawnbringer keeps inspiring me to do good things, so it's kind of an angel on your shoulder, devil on your shoulder thing.
Ooh, fun.
Oh, Kevin, I don't know if you want to put an owl token in or not, or if you want me to roll a separate initiative for him.
Actually, Kevin, I'm not going to use the Shield Guardian. I'll park him.
Okay.
Make it a little more challenging.
Yeah, I mean, when you got Dawnbringer with us, it's kind of
Yeah, I'm
hard
looking at the party. I don't think, don't want to unbalance it too much.
Yeah, getting Dawnbringer was kind of a surprise because it was the first time I played Out of the Abyss, and I was like the only character when we found it that could actually use it. It was kind of I found a what? I'm 4th level.
Okay, so continuing on, and it's actually Amelia explaining this to you. She says, I am a member of the Frostbite Platoon, a contingent of 24 dwarven trainees from Citadel Adbar, sent out into the Ice Spires to build proficiency and camaraderie. The platoon is led by my father, Captain Ezra, or Marblehead. The platoon's second in command is Lieutenant Adrian Ogathorn. Adrian Ogathorn. A routine training expedition turned dire when we were set upon by ogres. Cut off from escape, we were forced to retreat into the Ice Spires, deep into the mountain, where we stumbled upon a long abandoned place holy to the Frost Giants. Holy to giant kind. Having been chased into the holy site, the ogres set up camp to lay siege. We held our ground for 3 days. On the evening of the 3rd day, the ogres' leaders taunted us with talk of giants coming to help defeat our platoon. The giants would arrive in a couple of days. I and one of my comrades, Peril Lodwick, volunteered to sneak past the ogres in the dark of night to find help. Unfortunately, we were discovered and subsequently chased by a band of ogres. Reaching the crest of a hill, Peril triggered an avalanche that engulfed the ogres, allowing me to escape. Unfortunately, Peril was also swept away by the avalanche and lost his own life. It took me a day of hard traveling before I finally reached the town of Stagwick. Our platoon is exhausted and our supplies are running low. If the platoon receives no aid over the next couple of days, they will surely succumb to their exhaustion and deplete their food and ammunition. After that, it is only a matter of time before they succumb to the siege's force. At this point, Seer kind of takes over and says, "The dwarves discovered an ancient artifact at the holy site. A glyph-covered stone tablet. The lieutenant was able to decipher some of the writing on the stone." Somebody needs to set push to talk.
That's likely me. Hold on a sec.
The lieutenant was able to decipher some of the writing on the stone. The remainder requires further study to translate. Ogathorn gleaned two things from her study of the tablet. First, the holy site, the birthright stones, is the burial ground of 3 giants whose identities have been lost to antiquity. Second, and more importantly, that the tablet contains esoteric knowledge of rune magic, a type of magic previously unknown to non-giants. I believe that such magic could be used to catastrophic ends should it fall into the wrong hands. If you would be so kind as to go and aid these dwarves and return them safely back to Stagwick, along with the tablet, I am willing to give you 1,000 gold.
Very nice.
Well, that is what we were brought here for.
Yes, 1,000 gold. That's exactly what we were brought here for.
I would be happy to take on your mission.
If it is beneficial to allow the light to shine, then Elias is in.
Excellent. If you need supplies, there are a couple of merchants in town that may have things that you can buy. But please hurry. Surely these dwarves haven't much time while they're out in this place.
It is cold, right?
Yes.
So yeah, I'll make sure I have cold weather gear. I'm pretty sure I do have it considering I came from Barovia, but I'll just start rechecking my stock and ensuring that I have enough furs.
I don't think you get out of Barovia without having cold weather gear.
Right.
Yeah.
Anybody else want to check out the shops?
Sure.
Okay,
The
there's
keys. Oh, I was going to say I was going to purchase cold weather gear as well as 3 potions of healing.
Actually the shop does not sell potions of healing.
Oh, good.
But
Wondering if we might want to bring anything to help resupply the dwarves.
they do, however, have a blacksmith that has some weapons available for sale, not all. And there is a general store that does have supplies. Only thing she does not have is potions. She has everything else. Cold weather gear costs you 4 gold.
I take it we all have horses?
Nope.
I don't have a horse.
No.
Could use one.
Not
I'll
sure if
buy-
I want
I'll-
to take horses into the mountains.
That's
Yeah.
pretty much when you want a horse.
So they can
I'm gonna buy
die?
some cold weather gear also, and I think
Yeah, I'll take cold weather gear.
I'd like to buy maybe 12 extra rations, just to use to help feed the dwarves if they're running really low. on
Yeah,
food.
extra action sounds good.
Okay.
And I have good berries.
Oh, that's a good point. Well, if they want something tough to chew on.
I can give them spoiled good berries.
All right. So as you guys are heading out and going to the the shops before you actually leave the store to head over to the shops, the seer pulls you guys over. Pulls over. Pulls out of the group the Lord's Alliance members and the members of the Order of the Gauntlet. To the Lord's Alliance members, she says, rescuing the dwarven trainees is secondary to retrieving the rune tablet. It is imperative that the artifact be delivered to the Lord's Alliance. To the Order of the Gauntlet members, she hands you a note from someone named Zern Zerkstil. Upon opening it and reading through it, it says, ensure the safety and rescue of the platoon's 2 commanding officers, Captain Ezra Marblehead and Lieutenant Adrian Ogathorne, and get as many of the trainees out as possible. The Order of the Gauntlet seeks allies in Citadel Adbar, rescuing the Frostbite platoon, particularly its leaders, under the auspices of the Order, will surely secure footholds for the Order at the Citadel. Anyone else want to buy anything, or are you guys ready to head out?
You heard me say I'm gonna get some cold weather gear. You said 4 gold.
Yes. And yes, I did hear you say that.
We better be on our way.
It takes you about an hour to pack up and set out on your way. How fast do you guys want to go? Do you want to go at a fast pace or a normal pace?
I would opt for a normal
Normal.
pace myself. We know it's only about a day away.
It is actually 18 miles away.
Oh,
And the terrain is kind of rough, so it's going to be difficult terrain. Traveling at a normal pace, you would only be able to travel half speed.
so maybe we do want to go faster. What do the rest of you think?
That will
Well,
more than
18
likely cause exhaustion.
Yep.
Yeah, 18 miles at half speed is gonna take us all day.
And remember, you're on a time constraint. As far as you know, these giants are probably arriving tomorrow.
Yeah, but it does us no good to go in there being almost dead either.
Okay, if you guys want to travel at a normal pace.
I'd throw up a vote.
Unfortunately, exhaustion's no joke in this game.
Actually, exhaustion you would get if you travel at a forced march. A fast pace means you're just traveling really fast.
Well, we might as well travel fast then.
Yeah, if there's not a consequence. How much faster is it?
I'm going to just disconnect real quick and I will be right back.
A fast pace is it's faster than a normal pace.
We probably won't be quite as aware to dangers as we're traveling. Not a fast pace though.
I think we're powerful enough we're not really going to have to worry too much about that.
Famous last words.
Life cleric. I'm on the clock here. I'm going to cast Goodberry and give everybody one. Again, I'm a life cleric. I don't know how you do it. I don't know if you're going to count it as 4, like some DMs do.
It's counted as 4. But there is a limit to how many good berries you can have in a day without suffering consequences, because each good berry is the same as eating one full meal.
Well, a day's meals.
Yep. I'm assuming nobody else is voting?
Oh, sorry.
Alright, so you guys set out at a fast pace, breaking westward from Stagwick. The ice spires loom before you, vast and imposing. The impossibly tall and thin spire known as Needle Peak stretches above the mountain line to the north of your destination. You hear Amelia, you recall Amelia saying, "Keep Needle Peak in view, push hard through the mountains, and you might arrive at the birthright stones before nightfall." Leaving Stagwick behind, you cross the clear Whirl River. After a few miles of travel, the path begins to ascend into the mountain range's height. It has taken you 3 hours to travel here. You guys left roughly at 8ish in the morning. So it was still pretty early in the morning when you guys left. As you reach the Ice Peak, Ice Spire Mountains, you notice that the wind here is really strong. It's making it hard for you to hear, and those of you that have used ranged weapons before, such as the Rangers, kind of realize it's going to be hard to use our ranged weapons with this strong of a wind. Continuing along the way, continuing along the way about another 4 hours worth of travel, you stumble into a kind of like a little mountain range of sorts. Well, it's not a little mountain range. You stumble across a cave, and let me see if I can find that map. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, one other thing I noticed that they did in this patch was you can actually go to your saves, press Control, and then mouse wheel and add a +1 or +2 if you have like a Ring of Protection or a Paladin Aura or something.
You could have always done that.
Man, I'm like behind the times. I thought it was so cool.
That's what the little plus on those blanks mean.
And Brian just burst your bubble.
You know.
I know so little about Fantasy Grounds.
I get that feeling from you. I do like the little inventory icons though for what's equipped. I think that's kind of cool.
Okay, sorry about that. Seems like I'm going to be doing a pause.
That's fine. That's the area you guys come across. Somebody go ahead and roll me a perception check as you're coming in. Yeah, perception with your eyes.
You want everybody to roll or just one person?
Everybody can do it. I'm actually doing this a little different than what the adventure says. Flinor, you're the only one that sees it. You see what looks like two all white owl bears and the little overlook, and they seem to be stalking towards your party.
Alright, I'll immediately try and call into the wind at my friends and signal in their direction.
You guys can arrange yourselves on the little path that you're in, not going past the draw a red line. Not going past that line. It's actually 4 owl bears that you see.
And so they're kind of up ahead above that cliff band?
Yes.
Okay.
No, they're in the cliff band. It looks as though that was like their little nesting and den area.
Okay, sheltered from
Yep.
kind of thing. Yeah.
So everybody roll initiative. I might honestly start doing what I've seen a lot of DMs do, but not for this game, maybe for another game. Start re-rolling initiative at the top of the order again.
Oh, yeah, I'm just going to relax for a little while.
Makes everything fun when the DMs do it that way. So this lovely owlbear right here comes rushing at you guys. He's actually in this square. Comes rushing up to Yago. And goes, "Who roar!" and slashes at you once and then tries to bite you with its beak. First one misses. But you're able to put the wall of teeth right in its way as it slashes at you. A few of the teeth from the wall getting knocked off from the force of the creature's claws.
Now, if it was a wall of beaks, I'd have problems.
Father Ignatius. Father Ignatius.
Yeah.
Hey everyone, how are you guys doing tonight?
Alright, I'm going to hunter's mark this thing. I'm going to run over there and I'm going to hit it.
Okay. By the way, so you guys know, those of you using ranged weapons have disadvantage on your attacks because of the strong wind.
Is that even at point blank range, or just when we're further away?
Even at point blank range, on if you have anything within melee range, you always have disadvantage on ranged attacks.
I have the crossbow expert. That's why I was asking. So it wouldn't be getting hit by the wind too much.
Yeah,
But that's
you would still have a disadvantage on it.
Okay.
Flinor, as you swing at it with your warhammer, trying to bash its head into the ground, the owl bear rears up and says, "Hooroar!" And yes, I will be saying "Hooroar" all day long. Flinor, it is your turn.
All right, I'm going to move up.
It's kind of cute.
Also, use 10 feet of my movement to get into melee range and pull out my rapier and a dagger. And swing.
I don't feel intimidated enough if you keep doing that.
You're able to
then-
you're able to stab into it with your rapier.
Right, and I get my sneak attack.
Actually, you can only pull one weapon out at a time since you do not have the dual wielding feat.
Okay, yeah, good point. So I'll just pull out the rapier.
Okay.
And then I'd like to use my cunning action to disengage and move back behind my friends.
Okay. Elias.
Oh, so it is my turn. Let's see here. Okay. I can't tell if it failed. Okay, yeah, because it didn't. It's not showing it.
Yeah, if he succeeded, it would have untargeted for you. Actually, I don't think it would have untargeted, so I don't know. It failed.
Okay, then I'm done.
This one's gonna dash up to here. Ithacles.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and risk the disadvantage and start firing away at this owlbear with the death bow.
Okay. That's a hit.
All right, it's the lesser of those two, so I'm assuming that still hits.
Yeah, your first one hit. The second one hits as well.
Okay, yeah, I didn't click disadvantage, so I just rolled twice on the attack. Okay, I will roll damage.
Well, which one are you attacking? Because you don't have anything targeted. Okay. Well, I'm taking your second hit, so go ahead and just roll the damage. You don't have to roll another attack.
All right, there it is, and I'll pass the turn.
Iago, it is your turn.
All right. This owlbearer that is right in front of me, this foul beast, I dare say a foul bearer, I will attack it using green flame blade.
Okay.
Foul bearer, I kind of like that. And then I'll follow up again as a bonus action. There we go. And I don't think I really have to go anywhere. And I got a feeling rests are going to be short, so I probably shouldn't action surge yet.
Sard, it is your turn.
I will target owlbear number 3,
Okay.
and I will hex it.
Okay.
And then I will Eldritch Blast. And then I will move a little bit back.
So 9 and 10 just move up slightly, kind of watching you wearily as you've just killed 2 of the other owl bears that were part of their group. Father Ignatius, it is your turn.
All right, I'm going to move Hunter's Mark to number 10 here. And Sacred Flame.
Okay. It
Yes, no, maybe?
succeeds. He succeeded.
All right. I don't think that does anything on succeed.
No, it does no damage. He dodges out of the way as your holy fire comes raining down on it. Flanor, your turn.
Right, I'm gonna step to the side so I have a clear shot, and I'll drop my rapier and pull out my hand crossbow and take a shot at number 10 with disadvantage.
All right, switch to mobile.
And that's a miss, and I'll use my bonus action to take a second shot.
Okay. That would also be a miss.
Yep. And then I'm gonna step. Well, I guess I'll stay here.
Elias, your turn.
Okay. Let's see here. 5. Let us see if this works.
One fails, one succeeds. If it's just
Okay.
damage, just roll the damage. Yeah, if they take half damage, don't wait for me to tell you that they succeeded or not. Just roll it. It'll automatically
Okay,
do
fair
it.
enough. Yeah, I wasn't sure. Yeah, fair enough. Got it.
Ithacles, your turn.
All right, I am going to take the disadvantage and see if I can take out one of these owlbears with the first attack.
Okay.
And then do the same thing with the second attack. And miss twice. Great. Good job.
Iago, your turn.
Well, I'll go up to our friend on the right. And I will once again use the green flame blade on him. If only they were standing next to each other, this would be so much easier.
I know.
I know, the nerve, right? Oh! I'm so unnerved, I rolled a 1.
Sard.
I'll move 2 squares to the left.
Yep.
Target number 10. Pass the hex to him. And Eldritch Blast. Pass my turn.
This owlbear comes rushing into you, Iago, and... Whoa. Doesn't lose that much health. Tries to bite at you and then claw at you. And misses. Father Ignacio, your turn.
Needs more hoorahs.
Yeah. Same thing as before. Move Hunter's Mark and Sacred Flame. Did not work.
Go ahead and click the Sacred Flame button again. He fails. Flinor.
Right, I'll pick up my rapier out of the snow. It's kind of sticking up and rush forward.
Okay.
And I will take a swing.
It nimbly dodges out of the way as you try to stab it.
And I'll use my cunning action to disengage and back up a little bit.
Okay.
And I'm done.
Elias.
Okay. Still targeting the owlbear is still up. And that was Sacred Flame, so
It succeeds.
okay, then nothing happens.
Ithacles. James, I can hear you typing.
Oh, sorry.
Ithacles, are you there?
The owlbear's got him.
Yep, there we are. I don't know what happened there, but here. Let me shoot them.
Iago.
Weird. Every time it comes up to my turn, I get a pasting error.
Yeah, I'm getting error.
You
Me
get. You guys have
Yep.
to turn off the option for your user options where it says auto center map.
Oh, I didn't even know there was such a thing.
Yes, there is.
Oh, look at that. Making up for the one I rolled last time.
Where is that option?
It's in your settings. It is under client. It's
Is
the
that a bug?
Honestly, Brian, I don't know. I think it might just be something to do with the map size, like if you have it zoomed all the way out or something. Because I had to turn it off because it does it on everybody's turn to me.
Yeah, I was doing it too, so I just turned it off. Thank you.
With that
Settings the
last,
same as options?
yeah. After that, you guys go over and exploring this little alcove that the owlbears were hiding in. As you check through, you find several mostly eaten carcasses, damaged equipment, and ruined gear. Scattered among these are an assortment of coins and jewels worth 200 gold.
Nice.
Does it look like dwarves? Can we tell?
No, this is like severely eaten and stuff. You can't tell.
Okay.
Money is money.
You guys head out again and begin to travel. The wind is still pretty strong and really hard for you guys to see. After another 4 hours go by, you guys enter a small valley. This time the wind is gone, and you guys. Everybody, go ahead and roll me a perception check. Elias is quick to notice as he's coming in. He takes a look around the valley, kind of worried about avalanches, and he notices along the mountainside of this valley sheets of loose snow tumbling down the mountainside. As you guys make your way through this valley, I need everyone to make me a acrobatics check as you're trying to carefully slink through the valley without causing an avalanche. Elias, you make that check with advantage.
That's my favorite terrain. Do I get the advantage?
Yes.
Athletics?
Acrobatics.
Well, that was a bummer on the advantage.
Yeah, the 2 with advantage caused the avalanche.
Oh, good. Thanks, guys.
Oh man, happens to the best of us, right?
Yep. As you guys are walking through, one of you happens to kind of stumble around and you kick into a large rock. Yelling out, you quickly try to cover your mouth, but it's too late. As you look around, the loose snow begins to come rolling down the mountain. Everyone, make me give me a strength saving throw as this huge avalanche is barreling into you and you're trying to outrun it.
Oh, no good will come out of this.
No acrobatics, I take it.
Nope.
Ugh.
Can I just fly out of it? I have the wing boots.
Roll me an acrobatics check to see if you can
Fair enough.
do it fast enough.
Is that a reaction?
Ah, that's hilarious.
Yeah, you're able to quickly activate your boots and fly out of it.
Out of curiosity, if I'm about to be caught by the snow, is there a chance I can like misty step to a safe spot?
Roll me acrobatics to see if you can if you're quick enough to do that.
Because I'm guessing that
Actually-
awesome 9 I rolled on my save ain't gonna cut it.
Nope. Nope.
Yeah, give it a shot.
So everyone except Elias. Wait,
Sorry.
how many strength checks do I got? 1, 2, 3. I've only got strength. Nope. Never mind. I don't have 3. I have more than 3. I'm not paying attention. So Ignatius. Let me make sure I have it right. Ignatius and Elias. You are the only ones that do not take. You and Elias and Ignatius both take 8 points of damage. Everybody else takes 17 points of bludgeoning damage as the snow barrels into you and buries you underneath.
Since I could see that coming, can I use my uncanny dodge to half that?
I'm gonna say no because it's a huge wall of snow just coming at you. There's really
Okay.
no way for you to dodge out of its way.
Right.
And Ignatius and Elias are the only 2 not buried. Everybody else is buried. It takes you a couple of extra hours at this point to pull everybody up, but you notice that once you come to the top, the avalanche has revealed a cave that seems pretty safe enough for you guys to take a long rest in if you'd like to. Again, I do warn you.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
we're
was
in a
gonna
time
say,
constraint.
if time is of the essence, we might not want to.
And at this point, if you continue on, it is a forced march. You have been traveling for 8 hours, and you have gone through some extraneous activities.
I would say a short rest might be best and then march on.
Well, how much of a rest do we have to take in order to avoid possibly taking exhaustion levels?
You'd have to take a long rest. It's not. Honestly, at this point, You guys have traveled far enough that you're literally right around the corner from the place. You can actually see it.
Oh, I'm thinking long rest. I don't know about you guys.
Again, there is a time constraint. You can see it, you haven't gotten to it.
But even though we can see it, we're pretty sure if we continue on, we'll be too exhausted to do much by the time we get there.
No, you should. I'm gonna say you should be fine. You guys made decent time. It's honestly only been 10 hours since you left. Because
I'm not gonna vote. I don't care either way.
Well, it's only been 10 hours. We're not getting to the exhaustion point yet, are we?
If we're not going to be exhausted, I'd say let's move on. Maybe take a short rest, just to spend some hit die.
Yeah, just to spend.
Alright, I'll give you a short rest.
So no long rest, right?
Nope. After your rest, you guys continue on your way. You rise past a crest in the mountain.
That's weird. My hit die didn't heal me.
It should have. Who wasn't healed by the hit die?
It says not wounded for some reason, but I am.
Who is?
Sard.
Sard, you didn't take any damage.
Yeah, I did. I took 17, of which 10 were absorbed by my temporary hit points from my fiend feature. So I had 7 points of damage. My total hit points 84.
Oh, he lowered his HP instead of putting it under wound.
Oh, that's right. I'm an idiot. Thank you.
Now go ahead.
I rolled an 8, so it's back to full. I'll just roll it again to expand the actual
No.
hit die.
Alright. Okay, so as you continue your march towards the birthright stones, something in the distance catches your eye. A battered shield stands upright, half buried in what appears to be the remains of an avalanche. A dwarven hand clutches at the shield handle, jutting lifelessly out from the snow.
Go to investigate it. Look around to see if there's still threats of avalanche, though.
No, there's no threats of avalanche. You guys take a few minutes and dig up the dwarf, and you can tell by the fact that this was an avalanche that this is Parole, the dwarf that Amelia was talking about.
Okay.
You notice he's wearing a shiny set of mithril splint mail, and laying on the floor next to his body as you dig him out is a potion of climbing that somehow miraculously survived the avalanche.
But it didn't help him.
He rolled a 1 on his strength check.
Habs is the best of us.
Could you tell me more about the mithril splint mill?
We should take it with us.
Yeah.
Just mithril armor. It's heavy armor, except that it doesn't impose disadvantage on stealth checks and does not require strength to wear because it is made out of mithril.
It's heavy armor that's not heavy.
Yep.
I don't know about lugging a dwarf around, but maybe we can bury him.
Yes, I'm all for that. Giving him, yeah, let's give him last rites.
He was buried before we took his armor off.
Yeah, but not properly so.
Yeah, let's do a good job, but maybe try and do it pretty quickly.
Yeah,
Prob-
obviously.
Probably listen to our clerks.
And then go ahead and remove this point now.
You do. And it takes you a few more minutes to bury him, and you guys continue on your way.
We'll obviously take the armor
Yes.
and thank him profusely for it.
Any objections if I don it?
Can't hear you, whoever's talking.
I said, any objections if I don the armor?
At this point, you really can't. It takes quite a while to put on a set of armor.
Alright.
There's still a dexterity restriction though on Mithril Splint Mill, isn't there?
Yeah, it doesn't. Your dexterity does not add to your armor value.
Okay.
You rise past the crest in the mountains, the ice spires opening up to a large gorge before you to the west, and you catch your first glimpse of the siege site. Nestled in the far western end of the gorge, surrounded by walls of treacherous ice and snow, lie the birthright stones. Even from a distance, the giant scale of the site is readily visible. Menhirs upright stone monoliths stand at a tension as high as 50 feet tall throughout the holy site. Quiet monuments to forgotten figures of the past just outside the choke point. Just outside the choke point entrance to the site, a wide path littered with fallen ogre bodies trails east and descends down to the siege forces encampment. A dozen crudely erected tents are spread out at about halfway throughout the gorge's length. A larger tent dominated in the middle of the siege encampment. Dozens of ogres are visible lumbering about the camp. As you guys arrive, you take notice that it's really dark as the sun has begun to set, and there is no sunlight in this area. I'm assuming the only one without dark vision is the two humans?
Yeah, I don't have dark
Looks
vision.
like it.
But if we were moving in the dark, I probably would have used my hooded lantern in this situation so that I can direct the light without being overly bright.
And if it's dark, unfortunately, I'm carrying blazing sunlight.
Oh, okay.
That's right. I'm gonna stand next to him.
I don't need my lantern then either.
Well, I'm assuming you have it sheathed at this point. Not wanting to attract attention from the ogres.
Yeah, if I can convince Dawnbringer to do that, sure.
Dawnbringer doesn't like that.
Unfortunately.
So you guys...
But if it's not that dark, then hey.
I mean, it's kind of... It's dark, but with the stars and the moon out, you could still see pretty decent. Those with dark vision can see a little further than those without. Those of you that have dark vision can actually see the camp pretty well as you're coming up to it, and you're about, I'd say about maybe 60 feet away from the camp, another 80 feet from the birthright stones. Throughout the camp, you guys kind of notice you notice a few things happening. The most important of them is it seems as though the ogres are going through, have all gathered by a fire pit to wrestle one another for sport. It seems to you as though this is a ritualistic and not malicious thought of rivalry. They seem to just be wrestling with each other.
And how many ogres, more or less?
There's a lot of ogres. As you're scanning through the camp, you can see about 36 ogres, another 18 ogres that look a little different from the first 36 you saw, and a couple of large white wolves.
We don't spot any of the dwarves, do we?
You can see all the dwarves in the they're up in the birthright stones. Now you guys have a couple of options. As it is nighttime, you could sneak around the encampment the long way around. It'll take you a couple of extra minutes, but it's your safest route. Or you could just try to sneak through the camp itself.
I guess just waiting for them to get drunk and pass out isn't an option.
No, it is not.
So the long way, does it take us pretty far away from where the center of activity is?
Yes.
So we don't really have to, like, be stealthy, game terms?
You still have to be stealthy, as you can, the other thing that you notice about the camp is you can see a few ogres that actually patrol the camp as though they're guards.
Since it's not that much longer, I'll say that it looks like we should go wide around them and try and be stealthy about it.
The thing is, so the dwarves are kind of trapped between the mountains and the ogres. Is that what it is?
Yes.
So we'd be sneaking around to try and get to the dwarves, basically.
Yes. As far as you can tell, there really aren't any ogres in the area near the dwarves, so it is pretty easy for you to sneak around and get through. Again, it is nighttime, and you do see, as you're looking around, you do see that there's quite a bit of cover if you decide to sneak around the camp.
Yeah, I mean, I'll opt for sneaking, and I'll send my owl up just a little ways off to the side of the camp on the route that we're going to take, and look through its eyes and just try and make sure that it's very clear where we're headed.
Is that what you guys want to do? Is that the general consensus? Sneak around?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Sounds all right.
Alright.
Could it be clankety sneak, but okay.
I need everyone to, as you're sneaking around the camp, to roll me a stealth check.
I was afraid you were going to say that.
Roll what? I'm sorry.
Stealth check.
Before we go sneaking, can I ask the cleric for some assistance? Perhaps a little bit of guidance from their deity?
Actually, I think the cleric and
Sure.
Iago both have a disadvantage.
Iago's
So-
wearing studded leather armor.
No, Iago does not. The cleric and
He's a dex fighter.
Yeah,
I
and
don't
the
have
cleric doesn't have disadvantage either. I have studded leather armor as well.
no, I was talking about father. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, Friday. Nah, sure, got it. Yeah, but I was gonna give it to myself, but I guess I could give it to you.
No,
Why do
father.
I have disadvantage?
You're not wearing heavy?
No.
Oh, then no, you don't.
When I did the looking with my owl, can I make a perception check to try and avoid us getting surprised by anything?
So
Your owl can't really see a pattern with these guards. They're just aimlessly wandering around.
All right, so y'all give Ernesto guidance.
Yeah, didn't help. Thank you though.
I didn't do much better.
He needs lots of help. I could.
I'm actually taking the party average. Since
No,
you
I
guys are
understand what
sneaking,
you're doing.
since you're sneaking as a group, and since you're trying to duck behind cover, and it is darkness, you guys make it just fine.
Thank
Phew.
God.
That 29 helped you out.
Nice.
Good job, Rogue.
That's the most ogres I hope to ever see at once.
You guys actually, with deciding to go behind cover, and since it is nighttime, got a -4 on the DC for that one.
Great.
No complaints here.
The birthright stones are as impressive as they are imposing. Tight clusters of 40-foot tall standing stones enclose the eastern end, a break between the cluster providing the only entrance to the grounds. Over a dozen menhirs stand erect throughout the site. The shortest stones stand towards the east at 20 feet tall, growing progressively taller towards the west until they tower above at a height of 50 feet. Two of the largest standing stones at the southwest corner of the site are partially buried in a large mound of fallen rock and snow, evidence of an avalanche that must have happened some time ago. The northeast corner is likewise covered in signs of a more recent avalanche, 4 of the shorter menhirs having been knocked down by the fallen deluge. 3 immense and immeasurably old sarcophagi are built into the gorge wall that encloses that encloses the far west end of the holy site. One of the sarcophagi covers lies toppled on the ground. It's now boat-like form pried from its resting place along the gorge wall, another victim of the older avalanche. The open sarcophagus contains a sheet of ice with a giant-shaped cavity. Whatever was interred in the sarcophagus is gone, having been removed or having escaped some indeterminate time ago. The center of the site is occupied by a circle of stones built up to a height of 10 feet and measuring about 20 feet in diameter. Openings ring the outside of the stone circle, and from the burned marks all over it, the structure appears to be a raised fire pit of giant-sized proportions. Huge steps made from giant feet descend 5 feet below ground level to a channel leading up to a circle. Taking positions around the site and huddled within the stone circle are the bedraggled dwarves of the Frostbite platoon. And you guys can actually see one of the members of the platoon was not so lucky and lays dead at the feet of the entrance as you're walking in.
Do we see all the other dwarves then?
Yep.
I go and hail them.
As we go in, I'll hang out and try and find a spot to hide, and keep a lookout with my owl.
Yeah, I'll go in with Father Ignacio.
Just to get a little better picture of where we is the ogre camp like within a ravine as well?
No, the ogre camp is just out in the open. It's a huge open field where the ogre camp is.
I wonder how we're gonna get these doors out here.
Actually, no, I take that back. The ogre camp is in a valley, the same as the birthright
The site.
stones. Yeah.
Okay. So, seeing as there's been lots of signs of avalanches, would I be able to discern if avalanches could be triggered on both sides of the ogre encampment to kind of try to, have them buried in it or something?
As far as you can tell, no, it doesn't look as though the snow near the ogre encampment is that fresh that it would cause an avalanche. But around the area where you're standing at, it does look as though it's real easy to trigger an avalanche. Even though the snow isn't fresh, it's really easy at this point to trigger an avalanche.
But that would fall on top of our heads and the camp as well, and the ogre camp, or what?
Just on top of your heads.
We'll call that Plan B.
As you guys greet yourselves and introduce yourselves, the Captain Marblehead comes up to you and says, "You must be the reinforcements." And he hands you guys a potion of heroism that he was saving to use at a later time.
So yes, we were sent by Emilia. Said that you were in dire need.
Cap, yes, we are.
Said, well, we managed to sneak by the ogres, but I'm still trying to figure out how we're going to get you out of here.
He says you must have also come for the rune tablet. Captain Marblehead leads you into the ring of stones within which are scattered injured dwarves and various supplies. Leaning against the northern wall is an object covered in canvas bedding. Ezra pulls the covering aside, revealing a large slab of stone completely inscribed with runes. The rune tablet is 4 feet wide, 5 feet tall, 3 inches thick, and must weigh at least half a ton.
Jesus.
Between Ezra and Adrian talking, you guys get this, and I'm not going to roleplay them both talking to you. The Frostbite platoon found the birthright stones in the state it's currently in, covered in avalanche debris, with the sarcophagus cover toppled and contents missing. After a quick look around the site, the dwarves found the ruined tablet among the debris littering the open sarcophagus. No other traces of such object were found, but from the position of the tablet, the relic was most likely contained in the sarcophagus. With what knowledge of history she has, Lieutenant Ogathorn was able to pluck some knowledge out of the tablet. The name and purpose of the holy site, and that the tablet has further secrets pertaining to rune magic that require further study to decipher. Can anyone speak Giant, or is anyone proficient in history?
I can speak Giant.
And Iago is proficient in history.
I'm sorry, speak giant and proficient in history.
Oh, well then, no.
Nope. Just
Although
one.
I can cast comprehend languages as a ritual, if that
Yes,
helps.
I am. I am.
You can speak giant and proficient in history.
That's correct.
Father Ignatius, go ahead and roll me a history check.
Guidance.
Yeah, I can do guidance.
I can help with the translating.
One or the other.
I'll do guidance.
Okay. If Elias is helping translate, you can roll with advantage. You're able to you're able to check the glyphs and the stone and the tablet itself, and you can see that the glyphs covering the tablet are of an ancient dialect of giant, and you can glean that the same information that Lieutenant Ogathoin learned, which is the stuff you were told earlier. You're proficient in Arcana, Iago?
Of course I am.
Roll me an Arcana check.
You wouldn't know it from that roll.
You look a little dumbfounded at the stone. Is anyone else proficient in Arcana?
Sad thing is, I'm a sage background.
Negative for me.
I'm not.
Not
I'll be
trained,
right-
but I mean, I would have obviously, as a cleric, would have given him. I mean, I would have given him the blessings of Lathander before he rolled, but I was not paying attention. My bad.
I'll say you gave him guidance. Go ahead and roll a d4, Iago.
Oh, not bad.
Hey,
That gets you up to 15.
With that Arcana check, you could see as Father Ignatius is pointing out some of the glyphs and their meanings to you. You can see that some of the glyphs detail some form of magical equation. The equations are complex, cryptic, and need much more careful study before any function or effect can be deduced.
Just in case, I will jot them down in one of my journals.
Okay.
And I take it all the stones are too big to take?
Yes, the stones are way too big to take.
How many of those stones with the writing on it are there?
There's just one. It is just that one tablet.
Okay. Even with the dwarves' help, does it seem like it wouldn't be possible?
No, with the dwarves' help, you guys can carry the tablet.
Okay.
Sorry, how big was the tablet again?
It weighs about half a ton.
It was 5 feet by 2 feet by 1 foot or something like that.
So not like jamming it in a bag of holding type thing.
Nope, you cannot fit that in a bag of holding, sir.
But with 8 dwarves, we should be able to carry it, I would think.
Okay, so there's
we
only
need a cart and a couple of tinctures.
how many doors were there here in total? 8?
Yep.
I asked the leader if he knows what is keeping the ogres from attacking them.
He tells you they're waiting for the two giants to arrive to finish us off. We've been able to hold them off for this long. And as you're saying that, a cry rises up from the guards stationed at the holy site's entrance as a team of 6 ogres and 2 Icespire ogres rush up the path. So I need everybody to roll initiative.
Well, I got better than a 4 this time.
And this is going to take me a while as I have to clear up some other monsters that have shown up on this encounter. There's a bit of lag as it's loading in a crap load of monsters into the combat tracker. Yep, give me just a minute, guys. I apologize for the low res on this map. Actually, screw that. We're not going to use that. We're going to use the same map you guys were already on.
It's like a little conga line.
Yeah, we're gonna say there's 2 dwarves in front of them. You guys are actually in that area there. If you could set yourselves up in and around the circle. Yago, you're first.
Wow, how'd that happen?
You got a 22 on your initiative.
Yeah, that'll do it sometimes. But, oh, the dwarves are not friendly to us. Thug number 12 is not friendly?
They should be. I'm just changing it yellow to make it easier for me to see who's who.
Ah, okay. I'm a little bit too far out of range.
Actually, nah. Let's let you guys see their health.
All right, all set?
Yep.
All right. Then I'm going to start off, and I'm going to use a Misty Step to help me close the distance to Ogre number 4, and I will start attacking them.
Okay.
Shoot, I didn't mean to hit that. Sorry. Ignore that, ignore that. And I'll go on ahead and action surge and just continue hitting them. I put a little dent in them.
More than a little.
Elias, your turn.
Okay, so I am going to move up to here, and then I am going to cast Spirit Guardians.
Okay.
And that'll be it.
Oh, that's right. I have a token for Spirit Guardians.
I think you got a token for everything, don't you?
Need to find it first.
Oh, a token for Spirit Guardians. That's kind of cool.
Alright, before I go looking for that token, this ogre is going to move. I'm sorry, my OCD kicks in when I see them between squares, so I have to move them. He's going to move to about there. You're going to see him reach into this giant sack that's sitting next to him. And he's going to pull out a frozen head and lob it at Elias. And misses you.
Are we treating the trees on the map as trees?
No.
Okay.
Because you guys are technically in an open valley.
Did he throw a head?
Yes, he threw a head.
That's
Ethically,
just sick.
Ethicles, what are you doing?
Shooting. And I think I hit him. Though I don't have a lot of real
Yeah.
estate movement. But, alright. You do the damage. And then you target another one.
It's funny you say his name at Iticles, but I read it as it itches.
That and please take off the damage. I did the wrong order. And pass my turn. So
Okay.
over 94.
Ogre 94 doesn't like that Yago and AS came running in, so he reaches up with his club and says, actually, nope, sorry, wrong one.
By the power of Frozen Skull.
A 94 is gonna move to about there. And he's gonna throw a frozen head at Yago. And miss. Ogre 4 is pissed off and lifts up his giant bone club and tries to squish you, Yago.
I think he takes some damage first. That might kill him.
Yeah, so hold on.
Shoo!
He does, he does. This one comes running into there. Go ahead and roll the Spirit Guardians. As he smashes into that dwarf guard. 54 will move up to there and throw a javelin at Elias.
I'm sorry, I was going to do warding flare. Didn't say it fast enough.
So he misses. .52 is going to stand back there and throw. Throw a javelin at disadvantage since he's a little out of range. .65 is going to come up in here. Throw a javelin at Iago. .34 is going to come rushing in and take a swing at you, Iago. Actually, he's going to take a swing at Thug 12. Or the other dwarf guard. This dwarf guard, ignore the fact that it says mace, but it's actually a hand axe. He takes his axe and starts swinging at this ogre in front of him. Flanor, your turn.
And I'm going to move up and take a shot at Ogre 56 with my hand crossbow. But first I'm going to send my owl in to do the help action. There's that icon.
What's the size of
What I have out there right now with the 15 foot, that's the what it is. That's the size of it's a 15-foot sphere.
15-foot sphere? Okay.
Sphere, yeah.
And then I'll use my bonus action to take another shot. And I'll take one step back.
Okay.
And I'm done.
Sard, it is your turn.
Right. I will go ahead and use a command word on my helm and set my scimitar into flames as my action, and then I will cast Hex on one of the ogres in the back as I move up.
Okay.
It'll be on ogre 48.
Okay. And at the end of your turn, you guys take notice that all the other dwarves that were in the back all pick up their crossbows and start taking shots at the ogres in the front. And this guy right next to you, Iago, starts savagely driving his hand axes into this ogre, missing the first time, but not the second time.
Dang, we're taking this guy with us.
Father Ignatius, your turn.
All right. I'm gonna take out Ogre 56.
Okay.
If I can hit the right button. Did it save?
He failed.
All right. Now bonus action. I'm gonna cast Spiritual Weapon. About 60 feet in front of me. Up there with everybody else. I'm also gonna move a little bit.
Okay, where are you putting your spiritual weapon?
Just put it behind Thug 24 right now. That'll work. Doesn't matter.
You can move it. What's the 20-foot circle for? Yeah, I'll go
I'm
ahead.
about to.
Yep.
I'm waiting for Iago to finish, and I'm about to cast something.
All right. How about a little fire scarecrow? And I get the feeling I should stay right there.
Wait. Yep. Elias, your turn.
Yes, I'm casting Fireball at 4th level.
That's actually too big.
It's 20-foot radius.
If you count the squares, it's actually 25-foot radius.
Okay.
Now it's right.
Okay.
It still hits everybody.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, if I can find it. And I need to do the damage. Should be at least that. And I think I'm done. Yes.
The ogres kind of see all this magic and stuff coming at them and begin to run down the path as they're retreating. This one using his full movement to sprint. You can hear them all shouting in common about a magic user like, no, we don't want to deal with him. And they start hauling ass. Ethically, it's your turn. Gotta let me know what you're doing, man. I am streaming.
I apologize. I am shooting the ogre on the far right.
Okay.
First one missed, second one hit. So he gets some death bonus. Not much, but enough.
This ogre does the same thing and turns and runs, retreating off back towards the camp.
Come back!
The nerve of these guys.
This one does the same thing, runs off and retreats back towards the camp. They all do.
Is the one I hacked still within range of 120 feet?
Nope. The dwarves seem kind of happy that you guys helped out, and they thank you for that. And it's still kind of night. It's getting pretty late. I'm gonna go ahead and say you guys take a long rest as the dwarves take turns on the watch. And when you wake in the morning, everything seems prepared for you to leave. How do you guys want to try to go? It is now morning, and you can hear some of the ogres taunting you, taunting the dwarves from the bottom, from downhill, saying, "You wait till the giants get here. They squish you, and then we make a stew from your bones."
Looking around a little more thoroughly, investigating the area around, does it look like there's any alternate routes at all that we could take other than the way we snuck in around the camp or directly through the camp?
You can try to climb up and get out, but I'm looking at the cliff wall. It seems really hard to get up that way. And looking back towards the camp, it seems as though all the ogres would have an open shot at you.
And there's 8 dwarves, or was there more than 8?
There was eight. One of the dwarves says, "You know, we could set off an avalanche and ride down on the lid to the casket like a toboggan and make it out safely. I don't think the ogres would chase us that way."
He wants to James Bond it?
Yep, pretty much.
I think that only works if it's a cello case, doesn't it?
That sounds about as good a plan as any. Either that or we probably have to fight all of these guys.
I say, he's not talking me out of it.
Yeah, let's go for it. Maybe we can put the tablet in the center of the casket to try and help us build speed and keep it as safe as possible.
Tie it and stuff.
Okay.
I'm not sure I'm for climbing out of here, so I'll just go with what the group wants to do.
How are we handling this 1,000-pound tablet?
You, with the help of the dwarves, you guys managed to get in on the makeshift sled. The dwarf also tells you, you know, if we do this, it's going to ruin this site. It's going to destroy this giant holy site.
It can always be dug up later. Right now, our lives are more important.
I don't think it's going to survive the whatever the giants have in mind for it.
Okay. So, you guys all pack everything up, and all the dwarves and you fit in the oversized giant sarcophagus lid. The dwarf that mentioned the plan points to a spot on the westernmost side of the valley and tells Sard, "If you could hit that with a blast of force, it'll cause the avalanche."
I can do that.
Sard, you agree to it in turn and cast Eldritch Blast on that portion of the wall. And as you do and it hits, you notice tons of loose snow and rock begin to come sliding down this sheer side of the valley, and you guys brace yourselves as it hits and begin to ride this avalanche down. You see all these ogres and everything jumping out of the way as you guys are making your way down. The ride is pretty bumpy as rocks begin to fly into the head of the casket, and as you begin to hit bumps of the trees that have been toppled down. I need everyone to give me an athletics or dexterity, a strength. Actually, no, an athletics check or a dexterity saving throw.
Nailed it.
You guys are fine. Couple of you almost lose yourselves and fly off, but your allies are able to help you on. And you guys make it all the way past the ogres, and they seem in shock as you turn and look. They don't seem to be pursuing you. Instead, the ogres that managed to dodge the avalanche seem to be heading towards the holy site itself. But as you guys begin to make your way back towards the town, you run into this map will work.
20 giants.
No, not that many.
I'm going to give the dwarf that came up with the plan to sled down the hill all of the extra rations that I brought for them.
And inspiration.
Now, can you turn good berries into beer? Then you'd really get on his good side.
Turn it into wine.
No, it's a big ass map. It's gonna take a while to share with you guys. Should have preloaded it. Fuck. Can you turn good berries into wine?
Yep.
But you have to drink it fast.
That loses the healing properties. But it tastes just like good berries. Why am I upside down?
It was a wild ride.
You just rolled an avalanche.
Too much wine.
You guys start making your way, but to the town. But as you're making your way there, you come across the two hill giants that were supposed to aid the ogres, along with their 3 direwolf companions.
Oh, those guys are not on the Atkins diet.
Oh, actually, you guys should have 3 hill giants and 2 direwolves.
Well, maybe they are, Captain.
I guess initiative is in order.
Yes.
Are some of the dwarves fighting with us, or are they hanging back with the tablet?
Some of them are fighting with you. I'm just not putting them in the combat tracker, and the rest are kind of hanging back. with the tablet. I will, however, kind of just randomly roll to see if they hit the giants. And Yago with his dice hacks is first on the list.
Jeez, how do I keep winning initiative? Not that I'm complaining, of course. Well, shoot, I might as well, as I can reach this one, I might as well have my all familiar assist me with attacking that direwolf using the green flame blade. That's such a great spell if you're a melee character.
So your owl is flying around the direwolf.
Get him, Odin!
Filnor.
And I'm going to move up and diagonal just a little bit. So I'm in range, and I will send Mern, my owl, in to assist me on that same direwolf and take a shot with my crossbow. And I miss, but I will shoot again as my bonus action. And then I'm going to take one more step diagonally back over to there, and I'm done.
Okay. This direwolf comes running in and tries to take a bite out of Yago.
I will cast a shield spell in response.
What's your AC with shield?
28. And sadly, I don't have temporary hit points to grab out of that.
Father Ignatius.
I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt
Sure.
at level 3 on Hill Giant 15.
Sure.
Let's hit him.
And actually, at the end of your turn, Ignatius, you see a bunch of crossbow bolts come flying in towards the giants. And I'm gonna run all of these as though they're all the damage as though it's a crit because it's a bunch of crossbow bolts, not just one single crossbow bolt. This hill giant is going to step over here. Actually, no, he's gonna stay in the back. It looks as though he's ordering his buddies and telling them what to do, and he's gonna pick up a giant stone from the ground next to him and throw it. Let's see who the lucky recipient is. Elias, you are the lucky recipient of the giant boulder that's flying at you.
Warding flare. I think I can do that.
It doesn't have to be melee attack range.
No, but I think he's out of range. So I'm sorry if I made you. If that was actually, I think he's out of range. I just realized that. I think it has to be within a certain. It is a certain range, but it's not melee. Yeah, he's out of range. It's 30 feet.
The boulder comes sailing through the air and slams into you. You're able to not get squished by it by jumping out of the way, but you take most of the damage of that.
Okay.
Giant 13 is gonna be able to actually move in range of all of you. He's gonna start swinging his club around. One swing of his club goes to Ithacles and misses. And as he misses Ithacles, he comes with his club crashing down at comes clashing down at Elias. You're gonna boarding flare that?
Yes, I am.
Wow, I rolled 2 17s.
Oh, it is what it is.
As he pounds you into the ground with his club. And it is your turn now as you're kind of reeling a little bit from being hit by both a boulder and a club.
All right, I'm going to be casting Fireball again. 4th level.
Okay. Ithacles.
Seeing that Hill Giant 15 is glowing, I'm going to take 2 shots at him. And I might as well action surge to take 2 more.
Roll it again to see if you get a crit.
Oh, doesn't matter, he's dead. And then I'll take my last shot at the one right pocket. And after doing all that damage, I will take a step back and then pass my turn.
And he gets an opportunity attack.
That's fine.
I will hex the giant in front of me.
Yep.
And swing with my scimitar.
Who's whispering into the mic?
I'm gonna use the luck from my luck blade to reroll that. So I'm gonna be. That's my turn.
Iago, your turn.
I guess I'll take care of the dog then. Luckily, my comrades took care of the other giant I thought I was going to have to hold off. Alright, let's give it some green flame blade here. And I'll ask my owl to assist me too. And I will bonus attack. Then I'll action surge and keep going. Ka-choppity! Ka-choppity! You know, this would have been so much easier if you just would kick back and have some tea with us.
I'll send my owl in to distract Hill Giant 13 and take a shot at point blank range.
You guys are lucky these aren't frost giants.
And then I'm gonna move kind of into these trees and use my cunning action to hide.
Roll that stealth check. You think you're hidden. Actually, as you jump into the trees, it seems as though the giant has lost sight of you.
That's it for me.
Father Ignatius.
All right. Guiding boat on the one giant that's left.
Yep.
We're going to do that at third level again.
Okay. And actually, while you're doing that, the dwarves are going to take their shots at him as well.
What crappy rolls?
He seems pissed off, and again he grabs a rock and lobs it, this time at him. You, Father Ignatius, for throwing those glowing darts of light. And as he's throwing the rock, he's shouting, "I will eat your head!" And the rock sails way overhead and lands a few feet behind you.
Yay.
Elias.
Okay, it's my turn. I am going to cast Scorching Ray at 4th level. I'll make sure I remember this correctly. It should be 2 more rays, so I get to do a total of 5.
Yep.
Miss on the first one.
Sure.
And
Wait a minute. Shouldn't every attack at him have advantage because of guiding
No,
bolt?
not guiding bolt only does the first attack, and remember you
Oh.
attacked with your dwarves. They took away the advantage.
Oh, okay. Next person. Oh, never mind.
Okay, and now I'm done.
With that, you guys and the dwarves make your way safely back to the town, where you're greeted by Seer.
Did we find anything on the giants that we killed?
Nope. This is Adventure League. These modules usually the only treasure you get is when it's the magic item or somebody gives you something. You don't really find things that you can loot off of monsters.
Sure. I just thought they might have had some gold or something.
No. You guys make it back. Your journey exhausting but uneventful after killing the giants. You guys earn the 1,000 gold that the seer promised you. Along with that, the dwarves that you saved and rescued also hand you 200 gold in jewels and various coins. So, you guys earn 3,125 experience each. Lord's Alliance members, let me double check. Yep. Everyone gains 1 renown. Lord's Alliance members gain 1 additional renown point. Order of the Gauntlet members gain 1 additional renown point. And you also earn 5 downtime days. You guys also have some story awards coming your way.
Hopefully not involving defiling a temple.
As a matter of fact,
I was thinking along the same lines, actually.
It's gonna take a minute for it to copy and paste because it's a pretty big one. You guys earn Ire of the Frost Giants. You either inadvertently or purposely destroyed a Frost Giant holy site.
They'll never know it was me.
oops.
I hate when I copy and paste something. It's super fucking takes forever on this shit. Actually, I'll just post these on Discord for you. Check under hashtag DDAL Quest of the Week. And I apologize with all the spacings because PDFs do shit stupidly.
What was the XP again?
31,025.
Oh, and what was the gold?
31,025
I'm sorry,
or
3,000, 3,125.
Okay.
My Fantasy Grounds is acting stupid now because there's so much text in the damn chat window.
How much was the gold again?
I haven't split the gold yet.
And we also got Heroes of the Citadel.
Yep.
Story Award.
And you also get Sears delivery service. Again, I'm sorry that they're spacing. It's stupid.
Control J.
Yeah, it doesn't work on Discord. And my Fantasy Grounds has frozen up, so I can't really hand you guys the gold now because there's so much text in the stupid text box that it's causing this thing to crash.
Clear it.
All right. Well, then let's talk about that armor.
We get
Ooh.
233 gold each. 233.3.
There it is.
And you also have a potion of heroism and a potion of climbing in the party sheet. Anyone with who has no magic items and wants
I have
this
0
armor?
magic items, but I mean, I can't use the armor. I would potentially trade it. It seems like a good one, but if there's someone that really wants it, they can use it.
Yeah.
I'll pass.
That's not how it works. Even if you have 0 magic items, if you can't use it, you don't have dibs until everybody else says they don't want it.
Okay. Well, either way, I was gonna pass. So.
All right, who has 2 or lower magic items?
I have one.
I have 2. So who has 1?
Ignatius.
Ignatius, do you want that mithril splint mail?
I wouldn't mind that mithril sprint mill.
Anybody else have 1 magic item?
Going once.
Congratulations, Padre. The mithril splint mail is yours.
Now I have to pay all that money to have it silvered again.
Why would you have armor silvered?
Because it's pretty, and he grew up with nothing. So he spends all his money on pretty things.
Okay. Whoever wants the potion of climbing can roll a d20. Filner, is your dice yellow?
It is yellow.
Why the hell did it... I saw it pop up at an 18, but it dropped in chat as a 4.
Yeah, I don't know.
Nobody,
It must have been a cocked roll.
nobody else want the potion of climbing?
I can do without it.
Going once. Going twice. Filner, it is your potion of climbing.
Thank you.
Potion of heroism.
Well, crap.
Going once. Going twice. Iago, your potion of heroism.
Thank you.
And that is all she wrote for this adventure. I'm going to leave the server up for a few minutes while I go do my nightly ritual before bed of taking my medication and using the bathroom and stuff.
Yeah, can you give us a long rest before you?
That'd be great. Yes.
Awesome. Thanks,
you.
everybody.
And also,
Thank you.
Thank you for running.
Thank you for running, Kevin.
Yeah.
Thank you,
I
sir.
had, I had
Good time.
fun.
Yep. Thank you
All right,
guys for
thank you,
coming.
Gavin.
Thank you guys for coming. Hope to catch you on Saturday for the next one.
Sounds like a plan. Have a good one.
You
Yep.
too. Good night. Everyone, thanks for watching. You
Good night,
guys
guys.
on YouTube.
Good
I'm
night.
sorry if any of my videos did not really have sound, as my computer was acting stupid again.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, all.
Hope you guys have a good night. If you're on Twitch and have not hit that follow button, please do so, as I would greatly appreciate it, and it would help me out tremendously. Those of you on YouTube that watch these videos, if you like what you see, please hit that like button, comment, and please subscribe, as that will also help me out tremendously. Good night, Dark Demon Slayer. Thank you for coming. Actually, you guys on Twitch, you guys that are still here, once I find it, you guys get 1,000 points. Or, well, 1,000 gold, as it is called on my channel. Have a good night, everybody. I will actually be on tomorrow running Storm King's Thunder if you guys are interested in watching. Good night.